afternoon and welcome to As E Day Hot, right here on Active Citizens. My name is Sharon Enemchuku. Joining me live in the studio, I have with me Ifoma Oji. Good afternoon, how are you doing?
Good afternoon, Sharon.
How are you doing?
What's going on? Your
It's
energy
what?
is rather low
Is
this
it
afternoon.
now?
Yes. What happened?
I don't know.
Did you lose your flower?
Send me, no, I don't lose your flower, sister. Send me money, my energy will come back
Oh, don't
up.
worry. After the show, I will.
No, do it now, run the transfer now.
I don't have
want
my
audio.
transfer phone.
Oh,
I don't use this one for transactions.
interesting.
Don't worry. After the show.
Lies that men tell. I see you're taking notes.
No.
So we are starting with, I like that, I mentioned the men because this one has a lot to do with them. We're starting with a tweet that Senator Shehu Sani made on his X account, and it has gathered a lot of attention and attraction on social media. And this is what he tweeted. He's saying, if you cannot handle some truths, don't go searching for them in this imperfect and temporary life. He's rather poetic, if I can also say that. Don't search the phone of your husband without his consent. When the devil directs you to your husband's phone, now it's the devil that does the direction here in this matter. He wants to open your eyes and shut down your heart. Avoidable tragedies should be avoided. Now, before I ask you your take, Ifoma, I think personally I'm going to agree with Senator Shehu Sani in this matter. I don't think there is a need to go searching the phone of your husband or your significant other. And I say that because God forbids it that I end up with a man that I can't feel completely safe, to the extent that I know that I do not need to search this person's phone because I trust him completely. Now, it's when you go and date or you're married to somebody or a man who has questionable character, flirting with every Dick and Harry, flirting with everybody that they see on the road or on the street or in your church, then you should be worried. But take Senator Shehu Sani's advice and don't let the devil scatter your marriage. Ifoma, what's your take?
His statement is rather, poetic, but at the same time, it has some realities in them. But I feel like he's speaking from, he's speaking psychologically and religiously. More like trying to tell people if you can't handle something that you should not go looking, blah, 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 and the rest of them. And I asked this question. Is marriage a secret agency operation? That's number one. I thought that marriage is supposed to be built on trust. When there is no trust, when there is no transparency, why did you guys even start dating in the first place? How did you guys end up in marriage that will now warrant you checking your partner's phone to know if he is cheating or if he's planning something against you? But let's not forget the fact that, they say change is constant. He might actually be a cool guy from the beginning, and when you get into the marriage, you find out a lot of things. I don't actually find anything wrong with you checking your customer. I say your customer. Checking. I'm always thinking business. Checking your partner's, phone. He might be plotting something against you. You don't know if yes.
Plotting you need to take my life.
Yes, you need to uncover some hidden truth. You understand? He might be manipulating you. He might be, banking on infidelity and the rest of them. So it is with you checking this phone that you get to find out that you get to find out if he is such a person, and maybe to find out if he's planning or plotting evil against you.
Do you know I don't understand what you mean? What do you mean by plotting evil?
Plotting evil. Some of them might actually be planning to maybe travel outside country with a side hen or side chicken. You understand? And you're here thinking you have a husband. Some of them might even be planning to maybe poison you and run away. You understand? With a side chicken.
How do they end up marrying their enemy, please?
That's
How do you end up marrying? Because I understand what you're saying. It's a reality that we face. But when I ask this question, it's a rhetoric question. How do people end up getting married to their enemy? Someone that hates you so much to either plan to kill you or to poison you and run away with your money, or to do something harmful, or is, you know, trying to manipulate you and just mess with your mind. You know that there are so many stories that we have heard. There's also the story right now that is trending about military personnel that just lost his life because his wife set him ablaze. So we've heard a lot of, this is not me acting surprised. This is me asking the question, how did we even end up getting married to our enemies in the first place? This is not a relationship show, because I'm not going to give you any advice. I'm here to laugh. But it's just really funny that, you know, like you rightfully said, you meet somebody initially, but along the line, this person now becomes something entirely different. And that's, Ifoma, is for me the scariest thing of all, because when you say red flag, what if there wasn't any red flag initially, right? What if it was all green?
That's why you still need the grace of God.
You understand? Because, I feel like preaching to somebody now. Hallelujah. Because you see, what the Lord says, allow me to
preach,
for a moment.
Preach, Mama.
When the Lord says, oh, this person is not for you, and you're like, God, is it like he looks good, he talks good, he's from a Christian home, he's rich, he's rich, he's rich. You know, but this is the Lord that sees the end from the beginning. He's already gone ahead of you to see tomorrow, and he said, ooh, this nigga, this guy is not good for you. And you want to argue with somebody that can tell you what happened tomorrow. You don't even know what's going to happen in 5 minutes time. So it's crazy. At the end of the day, we need to keep God locked in our relationship.
Exactly. Thank you. And in addition, you know, there's this stuff with, you know, women, they will tell you, you need to be under a man, that a man is polygamous in nature.
See, that statement annoys me.
I don't really want to, you know, go deep into the whole thing, but I think this era that, I mean, our ladies and our women are beginning to, you know, wake up. That bubble bath that they have been using to cover their eyes all those years, it's beginning to, you know, the blurry, we can now see, you know, and read in between the lines that, I mean, it is not supposed to be.
You know,
so.
they say love is blind.
Yes,
but
this time around.
No, that's what I'm saying.
This
love
time around,
is blind, but
even love self is not blind. Again.
With the economy that we have, your love cannot afford to be blind. You can't afford it.
Exactly.
With the economy, you can't afford to be blind.
And there was something he said that I would just maybe like subscribe to. He said something that if you're not ready to handle what comes out of snooping in your partner's phone, that you shouldn't look in the first place. It's more like trying to tell you you're starting a fire that you don't know how to control. You understand? But at the same time, like I said earlier, I think maybe you should build yourself emotionally to be emotionally strong to accept, you know, the reality or whatever happens when you look into your partner's phone. Sharon, I'm trying to tell you, we are praying against marrying, you know, someone that is maybe have a lot of baggages, you know, cheats and the rest of them, but at the same time, shits can happen. So when it happens, you need to find out if this person is actually worthy. And no, there's no relationship or marriage that should be based off on, oh, I'm scared to check my partner's phone because I might discover truths that will hurt me or that will break me for the rest of my life. But at the same time, I think we should, do more in, the dating or courtship stages, because these are the things that, will actually tell you whether that marriage is going to survive or whether it's going to, fail at the end of the day.
Ifoma, I wanted us to take it a little bit personal. Right? Can you handle going through your partner's phone? And I'm going to make this a safe space by answering first. I can't. Because I know myself. My body will start shaking like this. I think that people that can comfortably, this is not me shading anybody, people that can comfortably check their partner's phone, there are people that were very good with exam malpractice. People that were comfortable in exam hall, like they'll be looking through their expos and they are not. But if you know that when you're a student, you couldn't do small expo, like, you are always fidgety. I think that for people like us that were like that, it's very hard because I don't even know how to, first of all, take the phone from you. I don't know how to plan all of that when you're sleeping. I'm always scared. You get, like, I don't know how to comfortably check through or do that investigative. Not like I can't do it, but because I'm already so fidgety and I'm so nervous, you sound like you're looking like a pro. The way you do it.
No, I'm not. I'm
not. But I know that
I'm
personally because I am very, very, very. I pay close attention to my energy, and I don't want something that will come and upset me. And that is something that I'm really serious that it affects me physically. That fear, not fear in the sense of, oh, I am doing something wrong. Yes, I know I'm doing something wrong by checking that phone without his consent, but the what I'm going to find out, what I'm going to uncover, that fear of, oh, what am I going to uncover? And when you now finally uncover the thing, you think you have the stamina to study, but my sis, you don't.
I think I'll say this. I mean, you shouldn't snoop, out of fear, but don't stay out of being blind or denial. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I don't think my partner should give me a reason to check in the first place. If we have trust, if trust is the foundation of our relationship, I don't need to check your phone. You understand? Yes, you won't give me any reason to check. So in the first place, don't give me the reason to check.
I mean, so I'm just a
you
girl.
understand? But at the same time, I am not going to be living in denial or out
if
of
you suspect something,
yes,
right?
yes. I will have to check, my dear. It will not kill the cat.
Curiosity will make you check.
Yes, so, because you've given me that reason, you get. But I think, like I said earlier, you asked me if I can check my. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm saying customer. If I can check my. If I can check my partner's phone, it's actually dependent. It varies. If he gives me the reason to, I might check. You understand? Because like I said, I don't know if there is hidden truth that I need to uncover. I'm not talking about relationship now. I'm talking about marriage. I don't know if this person is planning on pouring me hot water the next day. You understand? There are people that are crazy. No, I'm telling you the honest truth. I don't know if he's plotting. I don't know if he's plotting to run away with my children. You get? So I need to find out. Yes, I need to find out so that I can make hay while the sun shines. You know?
Please, before I should leave me alone. This is the most unhinged thing I'll be hearing today. But may God not allow us end with such partners.
Amen.
Please, we have to move on quickly. We are driving all the way to Cameroon and crossing the border. So, and you would think when you're in Nigeria, right? You think you've heard it all. You would think you've seen it all. But when you're in Nigeria, there are things you just see that our government, with the things they do, the kind of actions they take, you would tell yourself there is nothing that can surprise you any longer. Until you jam Cameroon. I'm so sorry. I love Cameroon. I love you guys. But what is going on? What is going on? So there's a video that I want the media to also help us display so that we can laugh together. You'll see the reason why we are laughing. Now, you know, we've seen some campaign materials before now when Paul Biya, that is the president, is trying to campaign for another tenure. And because he couldn't make it, right, he had to send statue of him and his wife. I saw that. That was crazy. Okay, I think that's topping the list. Even before this particular one, that tops the list. Now, for this particular video, we are seeing where they are sharing. Is it Fanta?
It's Fanta and money.
Fanta. It's Fanta and money.
It's food. It's food.
Okay, food and
food
money.
is there too.
Is that 200 naira?
No, it's...
confused. But yes, they are sharing money, they are sharing Fanta, and I think that's meat pie, and this is what they call stomach infrastructure on that way. What's your take?
See, this situation is funny, but it's not funny.
Well, like,
so
it's funny.
It's funny, but it's not funny.
Hey.
It's funny in the sense that, I mean, these people, they know that these people are hungry. And they are providing alternative. They are providing, the solution to their hunger. And the people are buying into the whole thing. You could see them, some of them will even genuflect to say, thank you so much for, feeding me for today. You get ahem. It is a sad situation that not just in Nigeria, but even across border, we are seeing that politicians now campaign with food instead of ideas, instead of policies, instead of reformations.
But Nigeria is better than this one.
It is. No.
Nigeria is better when it comes to
Nigeria is not
Fanta.
Nigeria is not better.
They will give you 4 packets of noodles.
Have you gone
and half cup of rice or
Sharon,
1 cup of rice.
Sharon.
Nigerians will give you this, or they will give you 4,000
Have you gone
naira.
to the north?
Okay, I think that this
one. With 1,000 naira, with 500 naira, somebody can sell their votes.
I was trying to defend us.
Yeah,
you know we're in public. You need
no. Let's call a spade a spade.
No,
this is madness.
I'm just saying that
this
I feel
is
like
madness.
Nigeria was better when it comes to buying votes.
You know, this is temporary situation. You know that the masses are hungry. People find it difficult to feed, even if it is once in a day. And you know that, oh, this is something that has been biting them. You're providing them. Yes, you're using that opportunity for them today, and then tomorrow they can go ahead and die.
This is not a 3 square meal. This is
what
not
are you telling me?
This is not a meal.
What are you telling me? This is
not a meal.
So
it's not even something that is going to be enough for a day or the next day. I know that's why I'm trying to. Is this
just 30 minutes or 20
minutes? This is when you change that to the naira. I don't know how much they are being given, but I can bet that this is not going to be enough for even a day's meal. I don't know how affordable things are in Cameroon, but whatever this is, it's not going to be enough for a day's meal. So it's really sad. It's really heartbreaking when you see that poverty has been weaponized. Now poverty has been used. These are people how well dressed they look, how well dressed they are, and still they are going to sell their votes for Fanta and meat pie with that 200 cedis.
And to them, this is a kind gesture.
To
them, you're doing everything for them. And it's the way we normalize, and this particular thing has been going on. I mean, apart from Cameroon that we're seeing right now, it has been going on in Nigeria for a very long time. It is these same people that will collect 500 from these leaders. It is these same people that will come back after a year or after 1 month. They've already put these people in leadership position. They will still come out to agitate in the streets that government is bad, government is terrible. But you sold your future. You sold your children's future for 500 naira, for 1,000 naira, for 4,000 naira. It does not make any logical sense. When are we going to open our eyes to the tricks of these politicians? When are we going to be, clamoring for things that matters even before election or even before campaign? This is supposed to be a situation whereby these officials will line up. You as a citizens, you will line up with them. You'll be questioning them one after the other. What do you say you have for the people of Cameroon or the people of Nigeria? We want to know what is it. We want to hear your manifesto. If they tell you, move over to the second person, use the second person's on, counter the first one. Like, it's supposed to be a debate, a political debate. If people come out and they win political positions, you know that they merit it. And at the end of the day, you're seeing the fruition of what you labored for, because you put them in that position. It is their debate that will determine if you will vote for them or if people will vote for them. But you see a situation whereby they will just buy you, weaponize poverty, buy your future, buy the future of your generation, and you are happy. Seeing it as a kind gesture is crazy.
You know, in Nigeria, right? I'm going to use Nigeria because that's the terrain that I understand. If they don't use tribalism as a weapon, they would use poverty. If they don't use poverty, they will use illiteracy. Illiteracy in the sense that they would send young people now as thugs and as touts to go and steal ballot boxes and injure their fellow citizens and pay them peanuts. Now, if they're not doing that, they're also using tribalism. Oh, he's from the north, he's from the east, vote for your brother, as though when things get hard, when you go to buy fuel or when you go to buy gas, they'll ask you, which tribe are you from? Okay, you are from this tribe, then this is the price for it. Like what NYSC is doing now, where they want to have different uniforms. If you get first class, you have your uniform, second class, third class, and all of that. It is really, really funny, and it is the height of, you know, amusement for us as a nation, even up until now, where we just celebrated 65 years after independence, that they are still weaponizing tribalism. What does tribalism,
65 years
what
of
does
foolishness.
poverty, what does that have to do with how you are supposed to carry out governance in a nation or in an elected office? And this is something that has killed a lot of other African nations. The fact that the people, unfortunately, do not reason outside of what they are being offered. They are not looking to on the long term. How would this benefit not just me, but Nigeria or my children unborn going forward? You complain, you collect 4,000 naira, for instance, you collect half bag of, not rice, half cup of rice, and you are complaining that your child has finished from university after 4 years, no job. But you forgot that last election, you took 4,000 naira in exchange for your child's future or your child's place at a better table, and you are coming out to complain. Is another thing again, that they have weaponized this religion, right? They will come and gather people and pray and say, oh, let us pray to God. Even they can even do it at a national level, at a federal level. We are gathering together to pray to God to come down. To do what? Is God coming down as your INEC chairman? Is God coming down as the local government chairman? Is he coming down as your state governor? Is he coming down to run your election for you? In what capacity should God come down and help us? Now, these are the questions. These are just tools that the politicians, evil politicians, have used time and time again to be able to carry out their evil desires without the citizens knowing. And you see this case of Cameroon, it is such an embarrassment. It's such a sad situation. Yeah. It's really heartbreaking that this has been going on and on. And until people start taking matters into their own hands, when you start taking your destiny into your own hands and knowing that nobody is going to drive you to where you want to go to, then maybe we'll see a difference.
Yeah, and yeah, to add to that, I mean, as long as people trade their votes for food, you know, Africa will never and can never develop until Nigerians, until the rest of Africa start rejecting stomach infrastructure in replacement for reform infrastructure, you know, yes, jobs, employment, schools, and the rest of them. See this poverty, it will keep on recycling.
You know, another
it will keep
thing
on over and over again.
Nigerian citizens are also the cause of their problems, if you're being honest, like we have just been saying. Is the fact that we are so quick to point fingers and we are so quick to blame the government. Yes, the government has done us dirty for the longest. Leadership in Nigeria, I'm going to use Nigeria as a point of example, has not been at its best. Now, but when you look inwardly and you look into different smaller opportunities that we're given, and this is the next story we're talking about, for instance, keeping our environments clean. Now, there is a video that is trending now that I also want us to take a look at, where you see this young man coming to throw trash at a gutter. Now, inside this gutter, he just threw the entire trash, emptied it inside the gutter. And they had to bring, these young people had to now bring this men in uniform. They had to tell him to calm down, enter into that gutter, and take that trash out. This is what happens when, for instance, in Lagos or in Anambra or in Enugu, wherever, it rains and it starts flooding. And you don't understand where it's flooding from. Because the drainage system is blocked. They are blocked. Who blocked it? Hey, is this one of course, there are some times where government don't even provide drainage systems. We understand that. But in the situation where they have such, who blocked it? Is it spirit? It's definitely not spirit. It's the same people that will come out to complain of bad roads that would see drainage and go and block it. Anyways, Ifeoma, what's your take generally?
Okay, this is an example of, if the government doesn't fix it, I will fix it. This is an example of change begins with me. The moment we start utilizing that adage, I think Nigeria will be a better place. Because we cannot always be waiting on the government to, you know, do this, do that, do this, do that, and we'll keep on pointing fingers at the government, where we can actually do something no matter how little it is. This is an example of somebody that have taken it upon himself to ensure that the environment is clean and tidy. Because tell me why a reasonable Nigerian, you will see a neat gutter, you will carry trash, you will pour inside the gutter. Are you normal? Like, are you really normal? You know, they said it's not everybody that wears clothes that is normal in Nigeria. And they say that many are mad, but few are roaming. This one, you can see that he's wearing a neat clothes, but he's mad upstairs. Because what was that? I think this is what we need. This particular guy, I love what he's doing, and I wish maybe other people can take this initiative and affect this, because we keep saying, clamoring the government, this, do this one, do the other one, when we can actually do little to help ourselves. This is what he's doing. I wish other people will equally take this initiative to make the environment and keep the environment clean. We don't have to be pointing at the government every single time. Kudos to him for that.
No, seriously, kudos to him. When we see things like this, it is very important to encourage it so that other people are taking note. Now, also, when we're talking about encouraging people, there's another video. This is the last story that we have for Aside Hot. A video where we can see for the a man, right? This is someone who is working, trying to make sure that they obey traffic lights and all of that, and he's with Koboko. So now, when it was at red, I have been in transits when you approach traffic lights and it's red. That's signaling for you to stop. The impatience, you can just feel the energy. People they are just asking what is exactly, can this thing hurry? Even before it reaches maybe 5, they're already trying to zoom off. You see buses, seeing private cars trying to zoom off. And this man with his Koboko, immediately he just got a 3, calm down, got a 3, he went to go and sit down. You can move. But before then, if you pass,
yes,
that's how it's supposed to be. Because Nigerians are so impatient. I don't know if it's something with the air or it's the mosquitoes. I don't know what makes us so impatient. Waiting for 1 minute is like waiting for eternity. And this is when we're talking about people being law-abiding citizens, being active citizens. This is what it entails. Making sure that on your own end, you obey the rules and law guiding your community.
You know, I don't see a reason whereby for you to maybe carry out your obligation, or for you to follow the rule of maybe traffic lights or the law as it's supposed to be, you now have to instill fear in people just to do that. It is not hard to wait how many minutes is it going to take? How many seconds is it going to take for that light to turn blue? Green for you to move. But it is the level of impatience that these drivers, I don't know where they are rushing to. I do not know that you will rush and rush maybe to your death. Maybe they are doing motorsports. Which motorsport? It's not motorsport. Is the level of impatience, and this thing has been going on every single time. It didn't start today. So for the fact that you can't obey the traffic rules and regulations, they've actually now brought up this idea of holding Koboko to wipe you. So as you're speeding, as you're speeding, over speeding, where you are not supposed to appear gear, it is, I love it, in as much as, it is not really right. You understand? People are not supposed to be forced to, obey traffic rules. But since you cannot quietly respect yourself and obey the rules, then let's use the carrot and stick rule so that you will obey the traffic rule. But at the same time, you ask yourself, why did they become impatient to these traffic rules and regulations? Politicians, the elites, once they carry their convoy,
that their siren.
And their siren, you see that traffic light you're seeing there, it is nothing. That thing is just decoration. They will pass.
Because they feel they are above the law.
Yes. Odariwe Jenga, they will pass. So when ordinary citizens or riders see this, they'll be like, why should I be respecting the traffic rules when the politicians can easily pass without any consequences? You see them, they'll start tolling that part.
That's another thing.
You understand? So at the end of the day, it still boils down to leaders. If you are enacting laws, if you are saying people should follow traffic rules and regulations, it should start with you. Live an exemplary life for others to, follow that same path.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
Exactly. All right, thank you so much.
All right, yeah, this is where we'll call it a wrap. Sharon, thank you so much for always doing this with me. It's always an insight to have this beautiful conversation with you. And then to our lovely viewers, thank you for always joining us every single time that we come to this table. But if you're yet to share our videos, please go ahead, share 100 of our videos and send me your account number, the day I will get married. And if you're here to like, please go ahead and like. If you have any special topic that you want us to talk about on Aside Hot, please drop it in the comment section. And if you're yet to comment, please go ahead and drop your comment. You can find us across all social media platforms at Active Citizens, and you can find me on my personal page on Facebook at Oji Sophia and on Instagram at Miss Solex. Sharon,
you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Sharon Chuku.
Ngwanu now, till we see you in the evening for Active Citizens Parliament, where we get to dissect a lot of political issues in the country. Have a lovely afternoon.